Assalamualaikum. I'm Alina Zahid and today we are solving Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper Code 0580 Chapter 7 Past Papers from 2017 to 2023. But first I would like to say that all the revenue generated for the first 6 months from this video will be donated to Palestine inshallah. So please support this channel to support our cause. Go to question number 29. The table shows some values for y is equals to x square minus 3 over 2x where x cannot be equals to 0. Give correct to one decimal place. Now here are some x values given on which y gives on if we put here in this equation x is equals to -1, it will give you y is equals to 2.5. On x 0.5 negative, y will give you the value of 3.3. On negative 0.2 of value of x, y will give you 7.5. Similarly, on y value, we have to calculate if x is equals to negative of 3. Put x is equals to -3 in this equation. X is -3 minus 3 over 2. X is -3. Simplified furthermore, it will give you the value of 9.5. Now put -2. Y is equals to -2 square minus 3 over 2 into -2. It will give you value of 4.8 something. Now for the last box, we have to put the value of x is equals to 3. Y is equals to 3 square minus 3 over 2 into 3. Solve it furthermore, it will give you the value of 8.5. So our table is complete. In part 2 on the grid, draw the graph of y is equal to x square minus 3 over 2x for x can be greater than equal to -3 and lesser than equal to -0.2. And for the second, x can be greater than equal to 0.2 or lesser than equal to 3. For that graph, two curves will be formed. From the given equations of x and y, we are going to put in these points in our graph. So I already put like on when the value of x is 0.5, on x -5 half, it will give you the y value 3.3. So here is 3.3 of y and this is -0.5 of x. On x value -1, y value is 2.5. On -1 here it will, this is our 2.5, this is our 3.3. So if you put all the points of like on +1, it will give you the value of -0.5. On +1, it will give you the value of -0.5 somewhere here. So a graph of something like this and another graph something like will be formed. So this is our graph. If you put all the points, it will give you more accuracy. In part B, by drawing a suitable straight line on the grid, solve the equation for x is greater than equal to 3 and less than equals to negative 0.2, and for 0.2 x is greater than equal to and lesser than equal to 3. We know from the given question 29 that y is equals to 24 over 5 minus 2x. So we can consider this whole term is equals to y, and this whole term is similar to line equation, which is y is equals to mx plus c. So we can arrange this equation also, negative of 2x plus 24 over 5, which is 4.8. This will become our slope. Negative 2 become our slope. This will become our c, which is y-intercept. Now put the values. We know that the slope m is equals to change in y over change in x, which is equals to negative of 2, and there is nothing. So we can write 1 in the denominator. Put the values of y-intercept on the change in y, change in x in the graph to get the straight line. This is our graph. This is our 4.8 y-intercept. This is our negative 2, which is change of y. Now simply draw a straight line. This is our straight line, which is giving the two values of x. First is here it is intercepting, which is 0.3 and negative of 0.3, and here it is also intersecting. This is a positive of 1.6. So x gives two values, negative of 0.3 and positive of 1.6. Also put these values right here, negative of 0.3 and positive of 1.6. Now in part 3, the solution to the equation x square minus 3 over 2x is equal to 24 over 5 minus 2x are also the solution to an equation of the form ax cube plus bx square plus cx minus 15 is equal to 0. So we have to solve this equation furthermore to get in the form of this. For that, we have to simplify it, arrange the equation. Um, x square minus 3 over 2x is equal to 24 over 5 minus 2x. Multiply both sides by 5 to cancel this 5 and make it a linear equation, simple quadratic equation, but by all solving it furthermore, it will become a cubic equation in the form of this. Now when we multiply with both sides with 5, 5x square minus 3 into 5 is 15 over 2x is equal to now 5 into 5 cancel, and 2 into 5 is 10, positive 24. Now multiply both sides with 2x, it will become 10x cube, it will become it will become 15, 2x over 2x, it will cancel out, is equal to negative of 20x square plus 20 plus 48x. Simplified further, 8x 10x cube minus 15, add both sides 20x square, subtract both sides with 48x is equals to 0. Now the a value right here and b, c, now we can calculate easily. A is our 10, b is our 20, c is our negative of 48, then the 15 is our constant which is given right here. So A is our 10, B is our 20, C is our negative of 48. This is our answer. So in question 30, a table shows some value whereby is equals to x cube minus 3x square plus 3. Here are some points of values x on which it gives the value of y. So on x is negative 0.5, it will give by 2.125. So if you put 1 in the position of x, 1 cube right here, minus 3 over 1 plus 3, negative of 1. So negative 1, negative into negative, it will give you negative of 1. Now minus plus, and this is a square. So minus minus plus minus, so negative 3, positive 3 will cancel and negative 1 only left. So it will give you negative 1, and on by putting x is equals to here 1.5 cube minus 3 1.5 square plus 3, it will give you the value of 0.37 something. On 3, it will give you 3 cube minus 3 square plus 3, it will give you value of something. It will also give you 3. So on x3, y will be also 3, and on x negative 1, y will also be negative 1. So if you put the points right, like on 3 right here, on x3, y is also 3, and on x2, y is 1, on x2, y is negative of 1, this is our negative of 1 y, and this is our positive of 2x. On 1, on 1 x, the y is also 1, put the points. By putting all the points in the graph, we can simply form a graph which is like this. Now in part C, by drawing a suitable straight line on the grid, solve the equation. We want to calculate the equation of line, which is y is equals to mx plus c. So if we solve this equation further, which is x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 1, we have to put y into it. Y is equals to, in the question is x cube minus 3x square minus plus 3. So x cube minus 3x square is present, but the positive of 3 is not present. So what we're gonna have to do, we have to add 2 on both sides to get the value of 1 plus 2 is equals to 3 to get our y. So add 2 on the both sides. Solve it further. Subtract both sides with 2. Now this whole term, this and this will become is equals to y is equals to subtract both sides with x, subtract add both sides to. This is our equation of line in which this is our slope. Nothing is written as coefficient, so we will consider is -1 is our slope and this is our y-intercept. So we know that the slope is equals to change in y over change in x, which is equals to -1, and nothing is in the denominator, so it is 1. For the distance, we ignore the negative sign and we only calculate the distance 1 from y-axis to x-axis, and our y-intercept is 2. Put all the points in the graph right here. So this is 2 is our y-intercept, and we put all the points, and when we match the points, we have to make a straight line from here to consider this is our straight line. The point we will get is first is x is equals to, this is our -0.4, -0.4. This is our 1 comma 1, and this is our 2.4. These are the three x values on which the line is passing. First is -0.5, 0.4, 1 and 2.4. If you make it straight from a scale, you will get the exact same points, a straight line, and this is our answer of x. So in the question number 31, graph is given, and in part 1, the diagram shows the graph of y is equals to fx for -1, -1.5, x greater than equals to and lesser than equals to 5. For that, put the value of x here 2. By that, at x is equals to 2, we will get the value of y is equals to negative of 3. Now, for the question number 2, solve the equation. For that, we need to first draw the graph, and by putting the values of x is equals to 2 and the y is equals to, we have to calculate for that. So, for the first part, at x is equals to 2, right here, by extending the line. This is for our part 1, where we calculated the value of x is equals to 2, the y will become this, this here, negative of 3, that we calculated for part 2. Now, x is intercepting, one point is here, which is 4.4, one point is here, which is 1.6, one point is here, which is negative of 1. So these are our three values. Put these values of x in the answer. First value was -1, 1.6, and x is equals to 4.4. Now, fx is equals to k has three solutions. X is greater than equals to -1.5 and lesser than equals to 5, where k is an integer. Find the smallest possible value of k. So we know, we look at the graph, which was something like that, and at this point, this is of the lowest point of y, which is negative of 8, which is the lowest value of k integer. For part 4, on the gradient, draw a line y is equal to mx. So the x is equals to mx has exactly one solution for the given condition. For that, we have to draw a straight line passing through the origin, and we'll have only one solution. So this should be a line from the origin is formed, and since it is passing through origin, it will only have one solution. We can also say that um, one solution only for the b. Y equals to 3x square minus 2x plus 7, and the y value is given. What we can do, we have to find the derivative. Take derivative. Y derivative will be dy over dx is equals to power multiply with the coefficient power minus 1 minus 12 x derivative 1 plus derivative of a number coefficient is 0. 6 into 3 is 18x square minus 12. Sorry, this is our 3 and this is our power 2. 3 into 2 is 6. This is our derivative, and the x value is given 5 square minus 12. If we solve it furthermore, it will give you the value of 18, which is our answer. Now find the coordinates of the point on the graph where the gradient is 0. So what is gradient? Gradient is our slope. Look at the equation. Dy over dx, this is our slope and this is our gradient. 6x minus 12, which is 0. 6x minus 12. Subtract, add both side 12. Divide both side by 6. This is our value of x. In order to calculate the y, x is calculated 2. In order to calculate the y, put the x in this equation. 3 minus, this is our 3 into 4 is 12 minus 24 plus 7. Solve further and it will give you the value of negative 5. This is our x and this is our y. Now when y is equals to 2x to the power p plus 2x to the power square, and when we take the derivative of it, it will give you the value of 14x to the power 6 plus 6x. Find the value of p and the value of q. Now for the equation, first we look at the derivative, which is first y is equals to 2xp plus qx square. Derivative of it will give you p 2x p minus 1. We are taking derivative. 2 power first q x, 2 minus 1 is 1. So first we have to compare 14x power 6 plus 6x is equals to p 2 xp minus 1 plus 2 qx. X to the power 6 x to the power 6 is equals to xp minus 1 and 2q is equals to 6. By comparing the coefficient, by comparing the q and p, now 6 will become is equals to p minus 1 and p will, by adding 1 on both sides, is 7 and q will become Divide both sides by 2. 2 q will become 3. So q is 3, p is our 7. Move on to our next question. So in this question 32, sketch the graph of y is equal to x plus 1, 3 minus x, 3 plus x, indicating the coordinates of point where the graph crosses the x and the y axis. Now we know that for the cubic graph, intend from first to third quadrant when the leading coefficient is 1, leading, and when the leading coefficient is from second to fourth quadrant, the leading coefficient will -1. In this case, the leading coefficient is -1, and when for the for the x-intercept, we will put y is equals to 0. So it will give you 9 for the y-intercept. When the y-intercept, when the x is equals to 0 and when the y is equals to 0, the x-intercept, it will give you -1, comma 3, comma negative of 3. These are the 3 points. So for the y-intercept, the 9 will lie here when the x is 0, and when the y is 0, now the all 3 points will be formed in the x line, which is -1, -3, and the 3, and the graph would be like something like that. Now in the B, show that y is equal to x plus 1, 3 minus x, 3 plus x can be written as the given equation. So for that, simply write x plus 1, multiply the equation, multiply these two brackets with each other, and 3 into 3 is 9 plus 3x. Now minus 3x minus x square. A positive 3x, negative 3x will cancel out each other. Negative x cube plus x square plus 9. Arrange the equation. So first the x will multiply with this, and then this. Solve it further. So this is our equation which we have to prove. This is our part B1. Calculate the x values of turning points of y is equal to 9 plus 9x minus x square minus x cube. So what the means of turning point? The points are changing. For the upcoming point, we will use the derivative dy over dx. By taking derivative, we will get negative of 3x square of this one, negative of 2x plus derivative of x is 1 and the derivative of coefficient is 0. This is will become equals to 0. This is our equation 3x square um, plus 2x minus 9 by multiplying both sides with negative sign. Now this is our A, this is our B and this is our C. Negative 9 is our C. Negative 9, B is 2 and A is 3. Put it in the quadratic formula which is B. Um, so we can apply the quadratic formula negative B plus minus B square minus 4AC over 2A. B is our 2 plus minus 2 square minus 4AC over 2A. So furthermore, it will give you the two values of x. One is 1.43, second is negative of 2.1, and by putting these values of x in the given equation, it will give you the value of y, which is 16.9, comma negative of 5.05. These are the two turning points, first and second, and the values of x is 1.43 and negative of 2.1. In the question part 3, the equation 9 plus 9x minus x cube minus x square minus x cube is equals to k has one solution only when k is lesser than 1 and k is greater than b, where a and b are integers. Find the maximum value of a and the minimum value of b. For that purposes, we just calculated the value of x and y of both. This is our first term and this is for the second one. So it says that the answer would be in integer, so we can round off it to 17 and this into negative of 6 because we want a whole number. So A will become our 17 and B will become our negative of 6. 33. The diagram shows a sketch of graph y is equals to 5x, 5 of x for negative 1.5 is greater than equals to x and 6 which is greater than lesser to x. The coordinates of 5 parts of the graph y f of x are shown on the diagram. In the first part, fx is equals to k has two solutions in the interval on the given condition of x. Write down a possible integer value of k. For that, first we have to know that this is our x and this is our y. If you extend it further, so is here y is 7.97, 5.5. This is the y value on the right hand side and this is our 10. So by looking at that question, the x value can be 4 or 5 or 7 or 8 or 9. This can any be the value of k. So in question 2, f of x is equal to j has no solution in the interval of the given condition when the j is greater than a or j is greater than b for the maximum value of a and the minimum value of b. So um, on the if we look at the 3, there is nothing lesser than it. So on the 3 lesser, there is no solution, and on greater than 10, there is also no solution. Solution no and solution no. So for A it will be 3 and the B it will be 10. This is our last, this is our minimum, and this is our maximum. Part B saying find the coordinates of the two stationary points on the graph and show the all working for the two stationary points. First, on the given this equation, we have to take the derivative for the next point. This will become dy over dx is equals to 6x power minus 1 minus power multiplied by the coefficient. 5 into 6 is 30 and power minus 1 is, this is our derivative. Now since it is on the stationary, first put the value of y is equals to 0, power 5 minus 30x power 4. Now take the 6x to the power 4 common. It will here left only x minus 5x, sorry, only 5 is equals to 0. Now this term equals to 0 and this term is equals to 0. So 6 to the power x4 is equals to 0 and x minus 5 is equals to 0. Here x is equals to, add both side 5. So these are the two values 0, x 0, comma if we, this will all become x to the power equals to 0 and then x is equals to 0, x to 0, first x value is 0 and the second is 5. Put it in the this equation to get the value of y. Y is equals to 0 minus 6, 0. This will become 0, and for the 5, y is equals to 5, 5. Now if we solve further, this will become our answer. On 5 x5, the y is 3, 1, 2, 5 of negative, and here on x0, y is also 0, right here. So this is our solution of part B. So in question number 34, all the lengths in this question are measured in the centimeter. So all the points are in centimeter. We have to calculate our answer also in the centimeter. The diagram shows a solid cuboid with a square base. This is our square base on which it is standing. The volume V cm square of the cuboid is V is equals to x square with the bracket 9 minus x. The table shows some values of V for x is greater than equals to 0, x is lesser than equals to 9. When we put 1 in the place of x, we get the value of V is 8. When we put 0, we get the value of V is 0. V is 0, like x is 0 square 9 minus 0, it will give you 0. So on x0, V is also 0. Now on the 2, put 2 square minus 9 minus 2. We are putting the values of x. This 4, 9 minus 2 is 6. Sorry, 7. So 7 into 4 is 28. This is our complete table. Now on the grid on the opposite page, draw the graph. So what you're gonna have to do, we have to put the values. So the maximum value of V is here 108. We can say 1110, and for the maximum values of x is 9. So this will become our v. This will become our x 0, 0. And the maximum value of v, we just said that we consider 110, and this is our 9. A graph something like will be formed. So when we put all the points like 110, this is our 108, 100, like that. So now what the part 2 is asking, on the grid on the opposite, this have we done. On part 3, find the value of x when the volume of cubite is 44. This is our volume, this is our x. So volume of cubite, 44 something somewhere here on the vertical axis, and if we move it further, this part and this part, and if we make our and we look at that carefully, if this will our point 2.7, and this will become our 8.5, close to the 9. So of this part they were asking in the question in the part 3. So x first value is 2.7 and the second is 8.5. So as also in the given diagram, this is the peak 108, the highest value on the graph, and from the 4.4 point cuboid, the intersection lines will be 2.7 and 8.5 here something. Now in part B, show the total surface area of cuboid is given, is equals to this. For that we have to apply the area surface area formula, sorry, is equals to 2 um, length into width plus width into height plus height into length. So length, so the our width and our length is x, width is our x, length is our x, and our height is given, which is 9 minus x. Put the values. X into x plus w is equals to x, and h is 9 minus x plus 9 minus x. Solve it further. 2x square plus 2x 9 minus x. X 9 minus x, you can say that this is a and this is also a. So a plus a is equals to 2a. So this is our 2 of a plus a. Now 2x square plus 4x 9 minus x, and 2x square plus 36x minus 4x square, and when we solve it further we will get our answer, which is 36x minus 2x square. That was required and hence proved. For the B, find the surface area when the volume of the cuboid is maximum. Now for the maximum, x is equals to 6. Because on that point it will give the maximum height of 108. This is our maximum volume. This is our volume which is maximum at that point, and we will consider this our point, which is 6. Put x is equals to 6 in the equation. 36x on this 36 right here. 6 minus 2, 6 square, and then we solve it further, we will get 144 cm cube, because all the question says that all the sides are in the cm. This is our answer. In the question 35, the diagram shows the speed time graph for part of a journey for two vehicles, a car and a bus. So the bus is moving in a straight line. The car is first having its direction and speed change. This is the car direction. Now in first part, calculate the acceleration of the car during first 18 seconds. So this is our first 18 seconds on which from 0 to 18, on which the car moves from 10 to 24. Now for that, and the bus is moving with a um, velocity of v. This is the line of a slope of acceleration. So we can simply put the slope formula, which is equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So car change y 10 to 24, and for bus it is 0 to 18. Put the values: 24 minus 0, 18, 24 minus 10, 18 minus 0, 24 minus 10, 18 minus 0. It will give you the value of 24 over 18 meter per second square. That is acceleration from 24 over 18 meter per second square. Now in the first 40 seconds, the car traveled 134 meter more than the bus. Calculate the constant speed v of the bus. Now for the second part, total distance by bus is equals to the square, which is cross, which is L into H, which is 40 into V. This is our 40, and for the X we don't know the value, so we will only write V. This is area for the square that we are calculating. Now distance by car total is equals to area of trapezium plus area of rectangle, and the formula of trapezium is half sum of parallel sides multiplied by height plus the formula of rectangle is length into breadth. Solve it further. Half 24 plus 10 into 18, which is our height, plus 22 with 24 to 24. It will give you 834. Yeah. So this is our rectangle. 18 40 minus 18, 22, and this is our 24 square, and this is our trapezium. This is our trapezium, which we calculated the area of both and sum it with, it gives 834, and this is not our V, which we are calculating for the V. So 40V is our sum of minus 134. 40V is equals to 700. V is equals to, if we divide 700 by both sides by 40, 17.5. This is our value of V. And when we subtract the distance total, the total volume with the car travel, which is equals to our 40V. This is our rectangle area. Now for the B part, our train takes 10 minutes 30 seconds to travel 16240 meters. Calculate the average speed of the train. Give your answer into kilometers per hour. So our distance is equals to now for put the values 16240 divided by 1000 for the kilo and for second and um 10 minutes 30 seconds. Solve it further. Um, we can solve it by putting that in the calculator with 0, 10, 30 or by manually. This will become our 16.24 and 7 over 40. Solve it further. 92.8. 92.8 is our answer, kilometer per hour. So velocity is equal to distance over time. So this is our answer in kilometer per hour. Now in question 36, sketch the following graph. On each sketch indicate any intercept with the axis. Now for the y-intercept, the x will become 0. So 30 minus 4y is equals to 12. So minus 4y is equals to 12. Divide both sides by 4. Um, 4 into 3 is 12. With multiply both sides with negative sign. Negative of 3. This is our y. For the x, x-intercept, y becomes 0. 3 3x is equals to 4 into 0 is equals to 12. 3x is equals to 12. Divide both sides by 3. X is equals to 3 into 4 is 12. So first is negative 3 and the second is 2. Negative 3y on x is equals to 0 and on y is equals to 0. The 4 value gives the x gives the value of 4. The graph should be something like this. 1, 1, 2, 3. The 4 and here negative of 3 on the x, negative 3y on x0 and positive 4x on y0. um 3, 2, 1 something. This is our line. For the part 2, y is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. Again, y-intercept and x-intercept we have to calculate. For y-intercept, x will become 0, y is equal to 0 square minus 3 into 0 minus 4 is equals to negative of 4. And for the x-intercept, y becomes 0, x square minus 3x minus 4. Apply the middle term break formula here, x square minus 4x plus x minus 4, taking x common, x minus x minus 4 plus taking 1 common, x minus 4, x first value is x plus 1 is equals to 0 and x minus 4 is also equals to 0. Subtract both side by 1, so, add both side 4. These are the two x values. The graph should be something like, for the y negative 4 and x gives two values. One is something negative 1 and the other one is something here 4. Connect these points. Sorry. A graph something like that. This is the answer of our second part. Now for the part 3, y is equals to 6 to the power x. Now for the y-intercept, x will become 0. So y is equals to x 0 and any power and any coefficient to the power 0 will become automatically 1. Like 1 to the power 0 is 1, x to the power 0 is 1, x to the power 0 is 1. So y is equals to 1. For the x-intercept, y will become 0. Y now x to the power x is equals to 0. That means this equation has no solution. Now for x 0, y is equals to 1, x is equals to 1, y is equals to 6 and x is equals to 2, y is equals to 36 and so on. X is equals to negative 1, y is equals to 116. So if we say that x log 6 is equals to log 0, that means it is infinite number. So the graph will be on the infinite to the infinity. This is the solution of the third part. Now for the B part, find the derivative of dy over dx of the given equation. So the derivative of dy will be dy over dx is equals to derivative of y will become 0 and the derivative of x is 1 minus 4 over 3. Derivative of x is 1 cube. That will become 8 minus 4 over 3. And if we solve it further, sorry, the derivative of x cube is power minus 1 x square. So power minus 1, this 3 will cancel out. 8 minus 4x square. This is the derivative of the given equation. Find the gradient. For the gradient, take the derivative of the equation. The derivative of this equation is this. We just calculated and put the x value, which is -1. So -1 into -1 will be positive of 1. So 8 minus 4 of positive 1. 8 minus 4, it will give you a positive of x gradient. Now on third part, our tangent is drawn to the graph of the given condition that gradient of tangent is negative of 28. Find the coordinates of two possible points where this tangent meets the graph. For that, our derivative for gradient is negative of 28, which is given. Subtract both sides by 8. Divide both sides 4 or negative of 4. 9. When we take square root on both sides, it will give plus minus 3. Now put first x is equals to positive 3 and second x is equals to negative 3 in the given equation of y is equals to 5 plus 8, 3 minus 4 over 3, 3 square, and also 5 plus 8 negative of 3 minus 4 over 3 negative of 3 square, cube, because we are using our first condition, which is this, to get the value of y. First y will give the value of 17 and other y is give you the value of negative 7. On positive 3x it will give positive 17, and on negative 3x it gives negative of 7. So this is the third part. So in 37 question A part 1, the equation is given and we have to prove that it 2 y is equals to x cube minus 5x square plus 2x plus x, and we did similar question previously. So what we're gonna have to do, just multiply the bracket first, then these multiplied bracket with this one, it will give the values of x minus 4, x plus 1, and x minus 2 on multiplying x square minus 2x plus x minus 2. Now multiply with the first bracket, x minus 4, x square minus x minus 2, x cube minus x square minus 2x minus 4x square plus 4x plus 8. Solve it further. X cube minus 5x minus 5x plus 2x plus 8, and that we also have to prove. Now for the part 2, on the diagram, sketch the graph for the given equation indicating the values where the graph crosses the axis. So first, this is a complicated equation, let's say, where it is difficult to put the x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 0 for y-intercept and x-intercept. So we know that this equation is equals to this given equation. So as we proved on part 1, we simply can take this equation, x plus x minus 4, x plus 1, x minus 2, is equals to y. First, for the x-intercept, y becomes 0. So on the x-intercept, y will give you the value of negative positive 4, negative 1 and positive 2. On x-intercept, sorry, on the y-intercept, the x will become 0 and y is equals to negative 4. Y is equals to negative 4 into 1 into negative 2. It will give you positive of 8, which is here positive of 8. The x give you the values of positive 4, positive 2 and negative of 1. So graph should be something like this. This is the part. This is the second part. Now in part B, the graph of y is equal to x cube minus 4x square plus 2x plus 8 has two tangents with a gradient of 10. So this is our slope value. M is 10. Find the gradient of two tangents. You must show all your work. And in the form of y is equals to mx plus c, which is the line equation. First take the derivative. dy over dx is equals to 3x minus 10x plus 2x derivative 1 and the quotient derivative is 0. Now arrange the equation. Simply apply the middle term break formula. So 2 into 3 is 2 into 3 is 6 and 10. So we have to break the middle term. This is the linear x for the linear and for the coefficient multiply by with the coefficient of x square. By breaking the middle term, taking x common, so 12 minus negative of 12 plus 2, it will give you a negative of 10. 3x plus 2 minus 4, taking common, 3x plus 2 because we take the minus sign common. Now the x minus 4 is equals to 0 and 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. Adding both side 4, x is equals to 4. Subtracting both side by 4, subtracting both side by 2, dividing both side by 3. For y value, put this x equation with this x value into the equation. Two negative of 2 over 3 plus 8. Solve it further. y will give you 0, and here y will give you 112 over 27. So first y value is 0, on x is equals to 4, and on x is equals to negative of 2 over 3, y gives the value of 112 over 27. But this is the x and this is the y value. We have to know the two tangents with the gradient of 10. For that, put y is equals to 10, 10x plus c. This is our m, and again y is equals to 10x plus c. Put the values of y and x. First, for y is 0, 10, and x is 4 plus c. For the second one, this is our y value, which is 112 over 27 is equals to 10. X value is negative of 2 over 3 plus c. Solve it further. Y will give you the value of um, c will give you the value of negative 40, and here c will give you the value of 292 over 27. Now if we apply this in the y is equals to mx plus c equation, y is equals to 10x plus c is negative of 40, y is equals to 10, which is of form which is slope is given in the question, positive of 292 over 27. So this is the answer of our first y and second y. In question 38, the diagram shows the graph of function on which the line the this graph is cutting the x-axis from the 3 points. So since it is crossing the x-axis from 3 points, first, second, and third, we can say that it is a cubic. It is a cubic function. For the part B, 1 on the diagram, sketch the graph where x cannot be equals to 0. First, put y is equals to x is equals to 1 for when we put x is equals to 2, when we put x is equals to 3. This is our 0.5, this is our 0.25, this is our 0.16 on the y, and when we put the negative of values, or like negative of 1, negative of 2, negative of 3 for x, it will give you negative of half, negative of 1 over 4, negative of 1 over 6, 0.5, 0.25, 0.16, 0.5, I'm sorry, 1.6, 0.25, 0.5 for x 1, 2, 3, for x negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So the graph something like this, and this will be formed. On the third question, solve the equation. So multiply both sides with 2x square, 2x, sorry, 1, so this will become 1 is equals to 2 into 2 is 4, and x into x is x square. X value will be is equal to, if we divide both sides by 4, if we take under root on both sides. So first x value is 0.5 of negative and 0.5 of positive. So this is our second part of B, and our question 38 is completed. So in the question 39, we did this type of question earlier in which that we have to complete the table for the equation y is equals to 2 to the power x minus 3. So on x is equals to negative 2, y will give the value of negative 2.75. How? The meaning of 2 to the power negative 2 minus 3 is 1 over 2. That means 2 inverse. The 2 negative means 2 reciprocate to the power 2, which is 1 over 4, which is 0.25 minus 3, which will give you the value of negative 2.75 on 2 to the power negative 1. It's just simply 1 over 2 minus 3. So 1 over 2 into 3 is 6 over 2, 5 over 2, and will give you the value of 2.5, which is of negative. And on 0 to the power 0 minus 3, anything x to the power 0 will give you 1. 1 minus 3, negative of 2, and 2 to the power 1 minus 3, 2 minus 3, negative of 1. Now on the grid, draw the graph y is equals to 2 to the power x minus 3 within the given condition. So the graph should be something like plot the values for x is equals to 2, y is 1, for no, x is 2, y is 1, for x is 1, y is negative 1, for x is 1, y is negative 1, and for x is 0, y is negative 2, and the graph something like this will be formed. It is a curved graph. Now in part C, use your graph to solve the equation. So at y is equals to 2, on the given graph, the x will give you the value of 2.35 with the help of graph. Now for the d, 2.35. Now with the help of now by d part, by drawing a suitable straight line, solve the equation. By solving the equation, we know that here 2x is equals to, if we add both sides with 3, x plus 3, so we can add 2x is equals to x plus 3, 2x is equals to x plus 3 minus x minus 1.5 is equals to 0, y is equals to x minus 1.5. Now for the straight line coordinates, y-intercept is 1.5 of negative, and this is the equation of our line, which is y is equals to mx plus c, which is 1.5, and here x has two values. First we just calculated x is equal to 1.5 and the second is negative of 1. From the straight line, the first y-intercept we know that 1.5 somewhere here. So the straight line would be, this would be our straight line, and so with the help of this straight line, we first calculated our this point for the x which is negative of 1 and for the this which is negative of 5, 1.5 or we can say 1.55 something. So that's how we calculated the two values of x with the help of the straight line formula. And this is the solution of the question 39.